Hello, I am printf, and today I'm going to show you how to get what is effectively a free win PvP on King Sejong Station. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cannon rush, and the key to King Sejong Station is that there is a wall off behind the mineral line here, which cannot be blocked by a probe pull if you rally it properly, and it cannot be broken even by a 10 gauge, because you get this initial 4-pylon wall off, which is decently powerful in itself, and then you can build a backup 3-pylon wall off like this, with the cannon going back here. So you have the cannon, and then if any of these are being broken, you can just throw down 3 pylons like that and make a solid wall. This can be done on both sides of the map, since it is symmetrical, unlike some of the newer maps. And then cannon, pylon, pylon, pylon. So exactly how do you get this wall up before it can be broken? You have to rally the probe and the pylons just right. There is, of course, some leeway if your opponent doesn't pull immediately, but otherwise it has to be perfect. You need to rally your first move command here, and then build the pylons like this, and then move back up here and build these pylons like this. That will ensure that your probe comes down here, places this pylon immediately, gets pushed up to where it can build this pylon, and then immediately moves back up here to build this, and gets pushed down to where it can build that last pylon here. So once again, that is click right here, pylon, pylon, click right up here, pylon, pylon. In practice, that's going to be easy enough to do, although the first couple times you might misclick a little bit. So, one of the other key advantages to the good pylon wall offs is the ability to push yourself out. And this one is no exception. You can push yourself out like that. Once you get the cannon down, you can just place the pylon here and squeeze yourself out of the wall. So what's the build order for this? Well, build order is the standard 9-pylon 14 forge, which I use for all my cannon rushes. So standard 9-pylon. Don't send the probe out yet. Going to want to send the probe out after the chrono boost, around 12 supply. So queue up one more probe to get up to 12, select this guy, send him out. And keep queuing up probes, get the second chrono going, queue up until you have 14 supply, which will be once this probe here finishes. Tell him to go build that forge, and then send him to join the first probe, just in case something goes wrong. Or if you need to pursue the opponents going for ninja, or any other assorted scenarios for which having another probe will help. I am playing against an elite AI for the sake of showing that the pylon wall cannot be blocked. You can tell here I should have placed that a little bit down to the right, but it should suffice. And even the elite AI could not block the wall, even though the AI pulls immediately. This proves that a human opponent has no chance of blocking it, given a delayed response time because they're humans, and latency that might be over the network. Now the AI, although it pulls immediately, is really inefficient with its probes, so it doesn't have a chance to break through this wall. You'll note that a human could be breaking through this right now, but even so, this will shut that down, and there's no way it can break through both layers of pylons. The AI will likely leave the game eventually. It has no chance of winning at this point. The AI isn't even charging the cannon. AI is really bad. Regardless, this was to demonstrate that the pylon wall here cannot be blocked. And here we have a replay of me versus Parting, who is currently on the account Mind Control, but it is actually Parting. Although I guess you'll just have to take my word for that. I was being told by my stream that he was Parting. So his building placement doesn't quite block me, but it does disrupt my pro pathing, and I'm forced to someone improvise the wall off here. Well, not improvise exactly, but the orders had to be given manually instead of being queued. Parting immediately pulls his probes to attack it. He gets the stealth going and chronos it immediately. He was doing a 13 gate, not a 10 gate, so the result isn't that particularly early. But regardless, it does still demonstrate the difficulty of the wall to break. This reinforcement pylon comes down with plenty of time to spare, so even if the cell were out earlier, this would still be up in time. He has his zealot and his probes attacking the pylon. He realizes he will not break it because the cannon is almost done. This pylon has plenty of life left, so he abandons that plan. I get my cannon going, I get another cannon on the way. I place this pylon just to make sure the cannon survives. I presume I cancel it at some point. If I do not, it was a mistake on my side. I do cancel it. Parting is now in some trouble, so he goes on the offensive. He cancels the cybernetics core, and then I guess decides that it is GG, as he realizes that he is too far behind to win. So I hope that this has been helpful and instructive for you, and I hope that you can use this to win any games you happen to be playing on King Sejong Station. I am aware that King Sejong is no longer in the map pool, and that is actually why I'm creating this video now, because I don't want anybody knowing about this build and being prepared for it in the future, and therefore destroying my own ladder. But if you happen to be playing a custom game with a friend or in a tournament that happens to be using this map, then you can use this in a PvP to get what is virtually guaranteed to be a win. Things to watch out for though is Proxy Stalker is pretty much a build order loss. There are ways to beat it, but in general for can rushing, Proxy Stalker is difficult, and with this build you don't scout the opponent's space. This makes it, again, more difficult. If you see him doing just a proxy 2 gate, then you will again be scouting it late, but you should be able to respond in time and win. If he goes for Ninja, then just do a standard way that a can rush deals with Ninja, which I might just explain in a separate video, but I will not explain here. Same with Proxy Void Ray, or with an all-in. He will not be able to deal with your cannon, and your cannon will therefore be guaranteed to finish behind his mineral line, and you will then be guaranteed the win. So good luck.